Data analysis with Microsoft Fabric Notebooks just got a whole lot easier, and that's thanks to a new Microsoft Fabric API that allows you to use the connections that already exist in Gen 2 data flows and execute custom M-code mashup expressions and bring that data into a Microsoft Fabric notebook. Now, if anything that I just talked about sounds like jib jab or gibberish, don't worry, because we're gonna be getting into it. But first, I gotta introduce myself. Hi, my name's Ned. I work in business intelligence and I'm a Microsoft MVP with a focus on Power BI. But today, we're talking about Microsoft Fabric. Now, before we get to that, if you could do me a favor, and if you want to see more videos like this, go on over, hit the like button, and then move on over and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. All right, let's get into the video and let's start talking about Power Query, notebooks, Databricks, and Fabric. So here we have a simple select star in Databricks. Now, if I wanted to bring this data over into Microsoft Fabric, I've got a few different options. I could use a pipeline, I could create a shortcut, and I can use a Gen 2 data flow. The reason why a lot of people might choose a Gen 2 data flow is because Gen 2 data flows use Microsoft Power Query. And while not everyone loves M code, one of the things that Microsoft Power Query has is a bunch of different connections for getting data. So here, for example, I am in a Gen 2 data flow, and as you can see, I'm using the Databricks multi-cloud connection that exists in the Gen 2 data flow, and I've authenticated in using single sign-on, which was simply just a matter of hitting sign in, right? Letting it sign into my Databricks account using my own personal credentials, and then hitting sign in, or in this case, update. Once that happens, I then can go through and I can authenticate in and grab the data that I need directly out of Databricks. I don't need to fiddle with the service principal or with access to the underlying Parquet files. Power Query, or in this case, data flows, is just a super simple way that you can get data out of a huge number of systems really quickly without really having to worry about authentication. It's super business friendly. And it's one of Power BI's core advantages. In fact, it's one of Excel's core advantages, and now it's one of Microsoft Fabric's core advantages. Now, how do you start to expand that use? Well, you bring that all of those connectors into notebooks. So you can really easily and really quickly bring data out of data flows and into a Microsoft Fabric notebook so you can do data analysis with Python. Now, I basically just copied this Python code over from the Fabric blog post that announced this new API, which I'll link down below in the video description. And I want to talk to you about what it's doing because it's super interesting. It's using the credentials that are already set up in a Gen 2 data pipeline to execute M code. And that can be any M code that you want as long as there's already a connection that's set up to that data source. And then it's bringing over the results of that M code via a stream and loading it into a data frame. So here, for example, we are setting the workspace ID where the data flow whose connection we want to use. We're setting the item ID who has the credentials that we want to use again. So that would be the data flows item ID. We're acquiring authentication code from Microsoft Fabric, and then we are submitting an API request. Now this API request takes a query name and takes some M code, which we're going to just right now simply copy and paste over here from our existing Power Query setup. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to paste it in, tab it in right here, tab this in, and then I am going to go ahead and add a colon right after my M code, and then I'm going to hit run. And what you'll see is that this will run all the way through, and then it will load all of that data that we are bringing into Power Query into a data frame in Microsoft Fabric Python, right? Like here it is. So what's interesting though, is that we don't actually have to keep this M code consistent. We can simply utilize the connection of any existing query that already existed in here. So remember, I was bringing over dim date. what happens if instead of bringing over dim date in Databricks right here, and I were to go into gold and I were to go into sales demo, I wanted to bring in dim products. Well, I could simply just update this Power Query expression right here, paste this in, and I will remove the catalog and schema there, and then go ahead and hit execute. And what you'll see is that this will now execute a completely different M code expression using the connections than one that's even set up in the data flow. So for example, here is all of my product data brought in. Now, this gets even more interesting when you start talking about a system that isn't designed for data analysis. So for example, I was showing you Databricks, right? You could obviously do a ton of data analysis on Databricks. What happens if I want to bring over data from SharePoint? So here I have my example SharePoint site, right? Open. And as you can see, I have some files stored on it. All I simply need to do in order to gain access to all of those files is go and create a connection to that SharePoint site. So here, for example, I paste in the SharePoint site, sign on in with my single sign-on right here, let it load, and then go ahead and hit next. At which point I now have a connection to that SharePoint site that exists in my data flows. So for example, right, if I wanted to bring over that notebook right here, I could just simply hit create, give it a second, and navigate into that Excel file that I had on that SharePoint site here. So like, for example, here we are importing in an Excel file, right? And then hitting data table. Now, I could then take this M code expression right here, right? Copy it on out, paste it into my Python workbook right here, and update it to any other Excel file, and then just simply hit run. There's no need for me to fiddle with like API keys and hey, like how do I authenticate into this? I simply just now get to use Python on top of a file that is stored in Power Query. And I need to actually first hit save on this because those credentials weren't saved, right? So here, let me hit save and then go ahead and run. And now this should work because the credentials now exist in that data flow. So let's let this a second. And what we'll see is a bunch of Excel data flowing into a data frame in a Microsoft Fabric notebook. There we go. Now, one of the things that's super interesting is that Microsoft is starting to bring these connections into Microsoft Fabric notebooks already. In fact, there's now this connections section where you can then go ahead and hit add connections. Unfortunately, though, it's just not as well built out here as data flows connections are. So for example, we don't have a direct connection to SharePoint, which is really what I think a lot of people are, or where a lot of people are actually importing data in from. I hope you learned something today. If you did, consider subscribing. And if you want to continue learning, check out one of the videos YouTube is recommending for you down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and well, I was able to help out. Talk to you in the next one.